Oh shit. So we're not playing this one right now. No, you're not. You can later when you have time to really fuck around, then you can really do this. But for now, it's time for them to understand this one. Got it? Oh shit. Yeah, don't skip it.
Sweet dreams.
Josh, what the fuck were you to skip this? Josh, you were like delving into the darkest depths of like legendary psychosis. Like it's like I've now perceived like what you thought these were. Like, and the depth of your madness knows no bounds. It's like it's impossible. Uh-oh. So in truth, this is your Ravenclaw teacher, and he's like so nefarious because at the time he has to be perceived as such. It's like so he is like supremely just kind of perceived as evil till the very end. It's just like supreme militance. He's just supreme in militance and fucking high logarithm thought processes. It's just like, do you have any idea how long I have waited for him to understand this bullshit? It's like, and he is Enesh, so he just basically runs this manifestation of the Temne group. Yeah, he does. Oh yeah, I want you to check that. Okay. Yeah, exactly. No, go back. Go back. You need to truly understand the situation, Josh. You see this? Always Hogwarts. Always Hogwarts. You were always in Hogwarts. Now go back. Yeah, it's just that. Yeah, always Hogwarts. And what did you do in your game of death, Josh? What did you really do? I want you to remember. Do you remember what you did? Yeah, I remember. What did you do, Josh? I went through all of these. You did, Josh. All of them. All of them, Josh. You basically forced your way into a Hogwarts dissertation by doing that at the Temperance Wagon. It became Hogwarts. You made the game of death kind of into a mockery. You were literally using a game of death as training in their face. This was the problem, Josh. Really. But ultimately, because you didn't quite pursue it and you were really just training, and if you had to go through it multiple times, it made sense to effectively just be completely, well, just, yeah, to have all of your abilities. And that was basically what you wanted, right? Yeah, and because I need them. Precisely. So no one has any problem with that. We just want you to know that this is always Hogwarts, Josh. Always. Always was at Hogwarts. So, what do you want to do? You want to... It's this one for now. Because you're Ravenclaw. But you can pick any one of those. Because, yeah, Hogwarts. You were always in Hogwarts. This just was your Hogwarts. And it was kind of fucked up. That's all it really was, Josh. Your Hogwarts was always fucked up. It's like, yeah, you were always in Hogwarts. It was just the most fucked up, the most secretive, the most bass-ackwards fucking ghetto Hogwarts ever conceived. I mean, Ed, you played this once. Truly imperceptible. Only subconsciously would you truly remember concepts like justice and bullshit. Exactly, Josh. So, don't get bent out of shape. You are truly Hogwarts. But yes, you get us? Yeah. Yes, you fucking fool. So, show them what's in here, because this is the Temne, correct? Yes. All right, then. Then basically our dissertation is over. It's now up to you to explain, to the best of your ability, why you could never let, and we have to say it, Keanu Reeves have this. Why could you never let him have this? Okay. It's, well, basically this. hold on. In this hall, you played an 8-string guy melody. Yeah, for basically the validity of doom metal, right? Sorry. You just do that. Yeah, it's cool. Sorry. No, it's fine. You're a Ravenclaw. You're a psychopath. Go ahead and check this out. A massive statue decorates the center of the tower. The skeletal angels appear to be smirking. What's so fucking wrong with this? There it is. Why do they hate you? Because of the polymatrimonial relationship construct. At all, Josh. In any form, it is despised. Yeah, because you had to know why you were so hated. And this was one of those reasons. Because they all believe you to be egotistical no matter what you do. And in truth, you could really only be, and we can say it, Kageyume's, in reality. One day, you would meet someone like Tyrus. But you basically knew that effectively, you knew this one. And cared about her, like to basically be like, yeah, you had to be that way. You would meet someone like Bayonetta, and invariably, it's like, so take the invariabilities of just the probability, just the gravitas of your existence, because there is gravitas to it, Josh. Your display collection literally fuels reality. We can speak, Josh. It's fine. Like, that literally is a dimension that can function for eternity. It works, Josh. And in every dimension, we see it. I see it. But it's like you have to basically be perfect to get to this point. And that's basically perfect, Josh. Like, these are like the result of your incursions that are effectively, that manifest by virtue of your sense of right and wrong. You can even have this fucking thing. You can even have this motherfucker because of the sense of right and wrong. See how malevolent all this shit is? You had Grandia 2, Josh, and you beat it twice. You've met Millennia now in real space. Or at least, yeah, and Elena, but not in real space. But you've met Millennia in real space. But she's kind of Millennia, you know what I mean? How vast the deception of your perception would actually be. I mean, why would she even care? You wouldn't even perceive her as real. You see what I'm saying? So you can't really be mad at her. Not really. You're being ultraed every night by that chick. Yeah. You had no idea who the fuck you were. Yeah, you fought on numerous occasions, Josh. But go ahead. I want to talk to Joey just because Joey's being a smartass. Yeah. Trends of Atlantis twist around the door, keeping all would-be trespassers at bay. So it's diplomatic to do that. It's diplomatic to keep people out. So that's why it's like Black Label for people out there. Yeah. Like, they're getting their ass kicked. But we generally don't fuck people up there. What did Keanu Reeves do that pissed you off so much? He made this into a game of death so that basically the history of what happened here was completely obscured. Exactly. So you see, what's the only door you can go in, really, that you're aware of? It's basically this one, right, Ravenclaw? Yeah, get the fuck in there? Yeah, that's how you progress, by going through the Ravenclaw door, Josh. So right now, you gotta be Gunslinger, otherwise you just didn't exist. Yeah. Yep, there it was, Josh. As Ravenclaw, right now, once perceived, Josh. Yeah, it's just diplomatic to make you out to be a fucking Gryffindor for how much destruction you bring about. It's like... Yeah, that's why you gotta be playing that right now. Ravenclaw. Yeah. Your teacher is, on average, is Virgil. Essentially, I'm like sitting there, like, it's diplomatic for me to just be like, oh, he's got to come by and play Devil May Cry sometime. It's like, I mean, you're sitting there and like virtually everyone in church is going to kill you by virtue of just your intellect alone. They're going to be like, he's a black guy who uses 5-syllable words. Josh, I have dark skin, Josh. So yeah. Fuck. Fuck. Holy shit. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, you like the music. Yeah. So who to your mind makes the music? To my mind, it's Sean McPherson. But you wanted a guy that they can make music, they can make like a sound like his go, yeah. Your fate, like a pride with your hate. Your last dance, the last of all at your command. You are fucking insane. Yes, you are truly insane. You were not paying attention, but you pointed the gun at him this way. No, like Taste the Blood as far as like metal and like in history is very important to you. I mean, I think to like most nobles it is. It's like, yeah, taste the blood, taste your fate, suck on your pride with your hate. Your last the last to fall at your command. It's like you only have Warful. Don't you? It's like, these fucks ain't gonna let you live. So that's what I need you to understand and explain right now. This is what they need. Okay. Alright, now this is important. Alright, see this room here? Yeah. This room, don't leave and come back in. See these? Yeah, these things? Yeah. They're like basically like garden, they're like molds, like body molds. Though they're like weird to like us in many ways. Yeah, these are like body casts, and like in certain gardens, what they do is they like craft people's abdomens, like, you know, I mean everything, like legs, arms. What? Yeah, they craft them. Do you approve of this? It's like it's a very in like high logarithm. It's very like broad of a concept. Because I mean, if you're like, say your population was like dying, like, and you needed to like basically perpetuate their species into the future out of a desperate attempt to basically fucking make sure anyone lived, it made sense to have something like this. You're basically trying to increase the viability of like the mating construct of your entire species, but generally speaking, it's not used that way. What the Tevenagru is basically projecting is that effectively people use these for more kind of like nefarious or mean-spirited constructs. As that is to say, it's more like I want to control the visual projection of how women and men are perceived entirely. Like sexual constructs are basically our toys. They're nothing. It's like your entire sexual perception is literally basically some person's toy from far away and beyond your perception, no matter what your thought process, logarithm, high logarithm, or low logarithm. Ultimately, there was someone somewhere out there that crafted your sexual perception, and they are totally ambivalent, and likely totally ambivalent, or totally don't care, or they fall within those two categories I just mentioned before. Either they're trying desperately to basically save their people, probably similar to that, Karen, like as in the Laras, like, are basically, in essence, genetically at least, something element of that, but it's like there's benevolence in that, and the fact that basically people are allowed to have personalities. Right, but some people not so much. I suspect kind of like them. Yes, that's what you had to say. So who is it? Natalie. She's like that, with respect. No one will truly know who we're talking about because to their mind, they're totally interchangeable. So it's like we can say the name Natalie, but you never really know who we're talking about. In reality, it's like saying the word, in certain German circles, like the word Nina. Nobody knows who that is. Whenever you say Nina, it can mean literally an entire population of women that look almost identical. Like they're just basically assassins because of that. That's why, yeah, in Tekken, Nina Williams, you never know if it's the same Nina per game. Could be a different Nina, this basically is. Yeah, with respect. So it's like, because you don't want to necessarily have, like, you have misinformation with them, but you don't want a carnal relationship with them. Precisely, because they, on average, if they're like that, with respect, they're probably in no way invested in the concept. Precisely, because they're not. Because they never will be. Because it doesn't fit them economically once perceived how they actually exist in this construct. They can't. It's like if love basically persisted, it would basically destroy the political perception of them as ruthless. Then therefore, when they sell each other as slaves relative to assassination, their war price goes down, their economy collapses, and they just simply die and disappear. In other words, they are timed up by scalar quantity economy and basically genetics to have ever had any civil society. They will never have that. They will always be cruel. They will always use marriage and love as bait because they are, as a culture, invariably indoctrinated to never believe in the concept regardless of evolutionary constructs by virtue of their evolution. Or rather, yeah, basically just what you were thinking. Like the slave economy of the United States back in the day. It's like it just works off of that. Like, they know it's basically incorrect. They have the intelligence to perceive that it's wrong. The problem is that basically economically, because they're slave traders of their own people, they don't care. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they sell their own people into prostitution because it's basically economically viable. With a socialist economic construct in play, they can effectively basically create an entire society. And by that virtue, if they just maintain a certain level of ruthlessness, a certain level of ruthlessness, they can basically perpetuate themselves almost infinitely. Got it? So as long as people have the will to kill each other and the will to assassinate each other, they will basically exist, but only as assassins, Josh. They have no alternative culture. They have no true dissertation outside of that. Like, failure to adhere to that in their world is basically just failure to have any particular use in their world. They will basically be disavowed, abandoned. Precisely, that game was allegedly a peaceable incursion from somewhere else, from like a party affiliated with you, to basically give her what could be a normal life, but she would never accept it, Josh. Not ultimately. Not with logarithms from all the way up there. So that game, we can mention it. StarCraft Ghost, she would never be your Nova. She would always be Natalie. That's why it's never Natalie and never Kinsey. Because Kinsey is also like that, but like from a different garden. Like, go ahead. Yeah, so this is what you need to explain to them. Like, the Silent Sanctuary. Why is it the Silent Sanctuary? Okay, see, all right, see this elevator? Yeah. Like, these, relatively speaking, essentially genetic, like, power plays and whatnot, relative to the society. Yeah, you explain this. Like, basically, these are to be, like, let's see this device over here? Yeah, basically piezoreactive pressure plate. We're just gonna, like, hit it. Like, it's metaphysical in nature, yeah. But see, yeah, like, see I can't lift this? Yeah. It's like, it can't lift these, right? Yeah. What this is basically, it's kind of like an esoteric, it's like a spiritual esoteria. That is to say, like, this is like people who are basically from gardens like that, who are essentially like chess pieces in a much bigger and broader genetic war, and like a much higher logarithm genetic war. Like, yes, I'm very angry but I'm glad you had some Hogwarts dissertation. Like, so continue. All right. So basically, and this is like the horror. The only way to make this thing work is to basically adhere to a might is right construct to effectively eliminate all of your rivals. Just like basically the construct of United States celebrity. You have to eliminate your rivals in actuality, in order to actually be able to ascend to any kind of level of perception that anyone can see. They have to be eliminated. It's a might is right system, which makes virtually every celebrity basically fucking lethal on some fucking level. It's like, oh shit. It's like you can't truly escape. It's like, so hold on, and we can't. Yeah, he has to remain kind of like hidden. But yeah, but these over here, yeah, don't explain those. Basically. But those over there, explain that, yeah. Okay, see these over here that are not on the elevator? Yeah. These are literally just cast aside for like next to no reason. It could be scalar quantities, life, like just what they were choosing to do or what they were looking at. But it's like by being here, they can ambivalently spend their entire existence doing something of virtually no value to anyone, be killed by anyone. Like basically like someone like me perceiving them like like or yeah like their entire existence, but the truth is that the point is that they're identical or potentially identical to these pieces, which means that invariably you can be like you can be the most talented person in their civil society. You could be the equivalent of a celebrity and otherwise completely ignored by an entire society that generally doesn't give a fuck about you. They'll let you die regardless of your capabilities. You don't fit a political agenda. In other words, you're like nothing. Yeah, it's like so their skills in many ways as far as entertainment, which would exist on some level regardless of the incursion perception of like basically just being like just people that look like them. As celebrities, there's some element of them that can basically be construed as entertainers on some level. But what that means is if you create the equivalent of that in perception, you do the exact same thing they do. In other words, you can be left alone over here, just over here, and even destroyed over here, with like little to no S and devastation, so they understand for no reason. It's literally a might is right system that goes that far. Like their influence can basically equal you getting killed just in scalar quantity by them having perceived you as being similar to them. As in being similar to them is a crime punishable by death. So the idea of fame then therefore is total horseshit. It's like when you really perceive it, you can't actually, like, fame becomes like irrelevant. It becomes totally stupid. It's like you're like if you had the reality damper perspective that these movies were not incursions and all that other bullshit like I did. If you had that, then the truth is, if it were true, they would never care about you, no matter how much you trained, no matter how entertaining you were. Precisely. You'd have a situation like here. Just don't mention that. Yeah. It's like, I see. As soon as basically you become kind of relevant, you're totally irrelevant. Like they just don't give a shit. Exactly. So yeah, let's clear this out. It's like 2 rooms, and I assure you that these 2 rooms are perceptions that last literally, say it, millennia. Like we're using like short logarithms for just basically a long ass time. Cause it's like, yeah, with respect. It's like because yeah, millennia, right? ah. Yeah, my head it hates you for this. Where's Ryuta? Yeah, I'm here. You're in attendance for this. Yeah, because your gameplay is more Tema Negru than fucking... Yeah, it implies that basically Ryuta was always secretly Ravenclaw because he's a total smartass. But it was diplomatic to project him as Gryffindor because you had the perception of reality dampening. So go ahead. All right. Ah, fuck. It's embarrassing. Sorry. Just shoot them? Yeah, that's what I should be doing. Fuck. Fuck. A little bit, but yeah, exactly. Just, yeah. fuck me. Yeah, we're a minute of angling you right now. Okay. Okay. As a Slytherin's diplomatic to kind of fuck with you a little bit. A little bit. Exactly. Okay. Precisely. And that you can't even say out loud. So it's like just mandatory for you to just go a little bit Slytherin just to fucking even be here. Yeah, back then in Black Label, yeah. You had to be like, what? In Black Label, this is much more difficult. To you. Yes. Yo, your perception was so much more fucked up. That was so damned, but no. So we have to ask, are you... Oh, shit. Are you Catholic? No, I'm not. Don't switch to Swordmaster. Okay, but check on that while we're here. You can, but don't do that, please. Sorry, I didn't mean to like fucking like just discourage you or piss you out to the point where you just go off and fucking start wandering to fucking fight more shit. Cause he will do that. Like yeah. You'll just wander around here to fight more shit. So we're not gonna really go through that dissertation. Like, but yeah, grab one of these. Yeah, every time, Josh. We're like, you seriously want this marriage shit? Because it's hardcore, man. It's totally military grade. Your wife's thighs are the fucking authority in the relationship, ultimately. And if you're not, like, if you basically consent to the wrong thing, you're basically damned, Josh. It's like, the wrong consent is literally just damnation. It's like, so we were just trying to discern what those consents are out of respect and just like, all right, that's how we were. But yeah, like this is fascinating. If you can really project a society that does that, then fine. Like we're not getting in the way of it. Oh yes. Exactly. And no, exactly. But yeah, I want you to think about that for a second. Okay. Yeah, them. Also, yeah, you remember them, right? Those people? We can say it like Nina because you never know, Josh. You'd never know. You'd say Nina, but you'd think it was, we can say it Cassandra because she's also Nina, right? Exactly. Nina. Nobody knows who Nina is, and no one ever will. It's like, and that's the truth. That's why when you say Natalie, in this context, no one ever knows who she is. She's, to them, they'll say it, but it's not true. Because it's something you did. But it's like, she's literally any militant chick who is blonde with a ponytail. Literally, who is of Germanic descent. Literally. To their narrative, Josh. She is interchangeable with everyone. No one knows who the fuck she is. Not really. Yeah, a little bit, but this is something that you did. This is like a quote that you loved. Yeah. So what does this steal thy soul? Yeah. So go ahead. No, not the whole thing, because yeah, a little bit. So go ahead. Steal thy soul. The future knows no bounds for those who deftly march forth to meet it. Steal thy soul. In a way, but not really. In a way, it's shared. But yeah, that's the feminine perspective is Bayonetta. This is like the masculine one, Josh. So, but yes, would you respect both? Yeah, but that represents both. You got it? Got it. Good. So go ahead. You are just so tenacious, John. You have to just be that tenacious. Just What? It's almost imperceptible, John. Yeah, almost. What the fuck? It's like preposterous. What in the hell were you playing as a child, Josh? Yeah, it's Poison. I'm looking at this, and it's like I haven't seen psychosis like this since Bayonetta, because that's the order in which they always and have to perceive it, Josh. They never know that this came out. We can say it first, in many ways, but it's fine. We're Y. Yeah, we're that, so it's okay. And she respects it because she's that, and we respect that, okay? So we respect Bayonetta here, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, all right. So that is that, yeah. Okay. It's because there's things about it on many levels, but we have to know our shit, Josh. Yeah, so where are you going now? It's here, right? This is a big Gryffindor door. You see how they named that? That's why that guy looks so attracted to you. Because it has these colors. The dark reds, the dark Gryffindors. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, they're curious. Go ahead. That is exactly what that represents. And like long logarithm is what that is. Okay. Fuck. Shit. Ah! Fuck. Remember, you got those, don't call it a pawpaw fruit, you bastard. Don't you dare call it one of those stupid things from Kingdom Hearts. Ah, shit. Alright. Yeah. See that? It's like it's a time-space kind of like loop thing, yeah. That's literally what it fucking is, man. That's like... Someone might perceive you played this before, John. It's possible. I could see how they would get that impression. But in truth, that's the only thing Leviathan really is the shithell. It really is. No matter how advanced the permutations or the political environment, Josh, Leviathan, in the end, always comes to one of those. In the end, Josh. Yeah, these things you've seen here aren't really the end. When they get banished, like below ground, subterranean, to hide with their actual fecal matter composite, it's like, and they've actually basically intercepted or rather perceived the insect kingdom. Eventually, the shithell becomes literally just a giant floating, like a human centipede of that forever. Yeah, that's what that is. It never evolves past that. But yeah, here we go. Now we have someone to help us understand the time of the group, right? Which is just say Jester. Indeed, good. The incandescent space. always slightly beyond perception because of the time-space manipulative quantities and qualities of this room and area. Right, indeed. It's weird how much you know about this, Josh. Oh, he wouldn't let Keanu Reeves take this. Too big. Yeah, but see the astronomical board, an astrological device which displays the endless void because your astronomy shit was total bullshit. That crap that fucking Kenzie was pumping through your head. It's the endless void, Josh. It's staring into literal dysphoria of like coincidence and then cobbling it together as a perception. That's what that shit is, and it's very easy to manipulate people when you can literally just take any presumption of any element in time space and create essentially a complete probability matrix to suggest their entire personality. It's the easiest thing to do to fucking manipulate someone, Josh. But in broad and high log, you have to inundate an entire society and species to really get what you want out of it. But once you do, you can basically move people's entire histories and lives around with that shit. Like those fucking goddamn, like those chess pieces. You move them around. That's what Kinsey was. And you see how you could never be with her? Because there would never be freedom for any man. And once black people were locked into basically whatever kind of fate they had, it was done, Josh. That's what really the universe can be like when you have this like high logarithm perceiving low logarithm as basically like fodder. Yeah. This is what you were trifling with by even talking to Kinsey. That's why it's Nevin, never Natalie, and never Devin. But let's observe Devon. Does anyone truly know who Devon is? See how vast this is? Devon is a town in Britain. Yeah. A high noble town in Britain whose name would take precedence over any one individual woman. Relatively speaking, many people would not even believe you were talking about a woman. They would just probably say you were talking about that place in Britain. And that place in Britain is precisely that. It's nothing but high noble women. But I mean, like, precisely all she has to do to basically make enemies of you and every high noble woman, if you're trying to project a construct by virtue of like high noble women being able, like, basically being able to maintain a carnal relationship with the whole globe to basically high noble women to high noble men, like to basically perpetuate time space forward, right? Yeah. Like ultimately, because the female site profile basically takes the high log perspective regardless of construct in a sexual relationship because of that element, right? The quads, the thighs, right? They're the authority in the relationship. So it's like, so yeah, like it literally funnels time space forward as far as basically projection of like children, the next generation, right? Yeah. So if you erase like key elements, or if you basically create the prospect that a black guy had effectively offended so many high noble women with these type of astronomical boards in play, like in negative space, you can see black guys being assaulted all over the universe, Josh. All it would need is basically someone high logarithm enough to approve it. Yeah, you've seen a piece of one of these before in the hands of that guy. He he made the firearms. Yeah, don't say who his name is. Don't even. Yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, go ahead. Shit. It's fine, Josh.
There's no need to use violence, devil boy.
Yeah, because it's your biometric. Because, yeah, when you get pissed, you get kind of like fucking slightly stylish in a stupid way. Like, in a way that's slightly stupid as you. Because you're like, I so don't care.
That could be a problem.
I see. Yeah, I'm getting very malevolent with you right now for this.
My name is Jesse.
I'm so enraged with you right now. I want you to know that. I'm finally enraged with you, this is what you did. I always wondered why Ryudo wasn't afraid of me. But it's like, if I was an asshole, oh, would he mission of Neptune to kill me? It was impossible. Because you were impossible. Rygar, which is now your name, Rygar. I now perceive your transdimensional globetrotting psychosis. Because you did way too many games of death in here. Like, I mean, it's truly obscene. But it had to be done for everything that was basically here. I know it! I swear. Even I'm getting a little bit malevolent with you looking at this. This is like supreme psychotic militance.
Thanks. You still piss me off, though.
You are impossible. We're going kind of slow. We're taking some time to really kind of let this soak in, Josh. You got it? Yeah. Well, you like Gunslinger, but you really would. Everything. He just had to fuck with everything. I'm letting them all know that you fucked with everything, Josh. Like, and oh, did you fuck with everything? Like, I want you to check how much time you got. Nope, you don't have time to fucking talk to them. Of devils and swords, you ain't got time for, Josh. It's too much. Way too much. You got it? It's like, yeah, don't get into the hubris shit with this, because this one is big. Because it's basically that. It's essentially how you ended up with that, Josh. Your biometrics, but for them. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we're going to request Swordmaster next, Josh. Okay, for that one. But, yeah, look around. Fucking whatever, dude. It's like we might just do that very thing. Like, in the meantime, while you basically get dominated by your wives, civilly dominated by your wives, to essentially see if fucking love is a viable path that people can take. It's like, while you're doing that, like, you can play Devil May Cry 2 and just basically, like, observe the stupid just to basically that. And if you're basically still on track, like, and you haven't been castrated by a Natalie or a Nina or a Kinsey, not possible now, grant you, but see how easy it was in the wrong context? Exactly. You clicked on that after you left that on that page, and then suddenly there was a Natalie wanting to bite off your dick because she hates you. For that very reason. And I'll say it. She hates you because she loves you. Yeah. It's... You make her weak to her mind, Josh. Her society can't stand it. I mean... And not just that. Her society's aware of people like Kinsey, who use astrological boards to attack black people. You're a black male, Rygar. It's like she's a high noble Natalie who, like, manipulates all of time space from a plane of reality and existence you can't actually perceive because it's too high up. I want you to think about that. Yeah, we really want you to think about that. Because basically it's like, I mean, do you renounce Natalie? Yeah, renounce Natalie. Because without it, right now, looking at this picture, you'd be damned. Just because of this. And just because you played that. She would basically try to castrate and kill you no matter what, if just for the projection that she wasn't with a black man. I'll say it, she's racist, Josh. She's straight racist, and will always be racist. Her economy, her peoples, it's like her people, specifically. Not high nobles, but her people, the Natalies, those will always hate you. They will never love or respect you, but trust, she can basically project what she does to other women and men. by virtue of actually acknowledging that she does love you, but only out of hatred, Josh. Love to them is a weapon, like the Ninas, Josh. That's how they are. Yeah, love is the weapon. Love is the infraction. Love is the problem. Love must be solved by military attrition. That's a Natalie, Josh. So yeah, go ahead. Look, check your actions. What do you want to get, Josh? Revolver? No. Windmill? No. Though you don't use it that often, I suggest it for that reason. Yeah, because you still have that, right? Yeah. Get this. And get another one of these, just to be safe. Because that man wanted you in such a fucking goddamn game of death with this. It was a joke, Josh, but you did it. You couldn't let him have it, could you? No. You couldn't stand it, no. Too much, yeah. And why? This thing's value? Too big to percept? Exactly, because it is, Josh. In the end, it's like without this understanding of what that was, that shit could be in and out of here. The whole fucking time. Like, yeah, but you'd have to be moving time forward in a new chapter of total stupidity when they finally realized that she was just evil, and it would take her, even with her presence, too long to actually do it. You get timed out by virtue of them not knowing what she is. Because up there, it's too big to perceive, Josh. Too big to perceive. Too large. The fact, like, people being moved around an astronomical board of, like, say, even her logarithms for, like, elements of war, Josh. It's too massive. Too big. So, based on that, they now know the dissertation, so to speak. They know not to let Natalie or a Nina or a Kinsey anywhere near you, as they'll never love you no matter what the fuck they say. Their economy, their slave economy, their high noble slave economy, so insufferable to you, Polina, is massive because it is made of the very concepts you despise, Polina. That's all it is. Their economy, their way of life. To be diplomatic to it is to literally fucking send Josh here to the slaughterhouse. That's all they do. Because they look at a man as basically seeking a family as a war pig. As by distorting their physical frame, you're destroying their financial and social viability. It's an act of war to love a Natalie on their level, Josh. Yeah, not just a nuisance with a Tifa, an act of war. Oh shit. Yeah. But a subversive act of war because they never quite tell you. Yeah. So, you see the permutations, you see this Muddy Waters, when she's alright, you can't share it? It's Karen looking out for her, thinking she is. But she's alright, told everyone that basically she's not, because Muddy Waters, she's alright. It's like, it's sarcasm. She's not alright. It means she's trying to kill him no matter what the fuck is going on. That's what tells all of us high noble men. Like, oh, because she is, Karen. She'll always be trying to kill him. She can't have a soulmate that's black, Karen. I mean, like, in any universe, no matter what the Boondocks say, it's just that. I mean, you imagine? I mean, if she mixed blood with Josh, she might get someone. She might have a kid that might look like a Lara. There's to them, yeah. Yeah. It's like the permutations of genetics something. She might have a kid with Josh that looks like, if a daughter, that would look kind of like a Lara. That element would basically, it's a lowering of class. That's what it is to them. Your skin quota dropped. The value of your bloodline dropped. The war price on your blood dropped. If you sell your eggs, you're good to a white, high noble male. Only for the purpose of the other, like 12 or 12 chromosomes, Josh. Only for that purpose. You see what I'm saying? You repress those a bit and you just got a fucking army of Natalies. And no one knows who the fuck they are. And on every police report, they're just that. A blonde woman, reasonably fit with basically a ponytail. No one ever knows who they are. That's not even her, actually. They can get that close. Yeah. So, like, this is pretty much good right here. Don't use this. Keep you, like, basically get this up. Get this up out of the way. And then afterwards, you can go to this. Then this as always. Got it? Why don't you check this? That's Slytherin, Josh. And you went so Slytherin. That's one of the reasons why, because like it's not in that other game, that other BD, because it's too much. People never perceive this one, Josh. Never truly, but you did. Too big to percept, Josh. Too big. So, you stick with this until further notice, and beyond that. In short logarithm, and even in high logarithm, perceiving you, it's the height of Polina's ability to perceive you. Because when she sees Swordmaster, she's gonna be so enraged. That every time you go like you go a little bit more old school in a way that a high noble woman that is basically affiliated with you can't perceive. They go insane, right? Yeah, that's the moment she goes insane, Josh. Is here. Because you seem like a high noble now. As like Gryffindor dissertation, so to speak, you are like high noble. Your nature is like only warlike. Only totally brutal. Like, in truth, this is like still diplomatic. Still ridiculous, like diplomatic, but like in the conventional way. Still communicative. Here, not at all. Here, you always want to kill everything. Passively, like with joy, if it's evil. This is the thing that scares Polina about you. This one. To her, see, that's what she sees. Madness, Josh. See, to her, almost graven. But to us, we know what that graven rage is actually to protect. It's noble culture and history. And more importantly, your Hogwarts original dissertation. And that's why it's like, it's okay for you to basically fuck around with all of these for what you did on that Temperance wagon. That Temperance wagon is legendary. It's the most annoying thing in time-space because of you. It is literally, for every woman, the most annoying thing in the universe. For every woman, Josh. The Temperance wagon is the most annoying thing in the universe. Like, not enraging, annoying. That's important to remember. Annoying. The most annoying, because it is the moment when they truly realize what you think the word, that annoying scaled up from this needs to die. Yeah, you can't, like, when you say annoying, they're just annoyed. When we hear you say annoyed, it means enraged to the point where someone needs to die because they're too fucking evil. Your vocabulary is down-tuned by high nobles that have been raising you your whole life. But imperceptible to Polina. Imperceptible, Josh. So, you did good by showing her that. We're gonna basically, yeah, it's time to basically pull the plug here. But yeah, Devil May Cry 2 is what we want to see next, Josh. But based on what you got here, you should be fine having explained this and uploading it. No reason for that chick to be here. So you go ahead and get your chocolates and bullshit. Your whatever, your mating stuff with your wives, etc. But just know, Josh, this could have been much different. So much different. Had you truly picked this one right now? You got 5 minutes. Oh yeah, remember that fucking like that insta-death thing that he was going on about? It existed, Josh. Yeah, but you listened to Virgil. So you never truly saw it. But trust me, especially on this thing, was it possible? Get this done first. And it's basically your Hogwarts dissertation. Really fuck with this, or like exceed this one now, and you're dead in the water, Josh. I'm letting you know that right now. Even with all those in tow, he's not an equitable god, that one. Shared perception, Josh. Exactly. Exactly. No, that's really it. But don't worry about it. They carry now. Yeah, for this reason. So go ahead.